These are probably the most powerful cameras on the market in mobile devices. I have the new Oppo Find X9 Pro, which was just released a few days ago. I have the iPhone 17 Pro, also a pretty powerful camera, and I have the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, another pretty powerful camera. But how about we compare them in day-to-day use? So you can see the test. So stay until the end and help me decide which of these phones has the best camera. All three are really good, but you decide. Come on, you're going to join me in doing a lot of things today. Look, let me introduce you to Begonia, the star of many of the photos in this video. Let's get started. I'm excited for this video. Stay until the end because I'm going to compare in real life what I think are the three best phone cameras on the market. Let's begin with the Oppo Find X9 Pro, which focuses on photography with identity. The cameras are co-developed with the legendary Hasselblad, which shows in the color, skin tones, and light interpretation. It has a main sensor of 50 megapixels, an ultra-wide angle, plus it features a super zoom of 200 megapixels and a true color camera with 9 spectral channels. But it's not just the camera, it also has a top-level active matrix organic light emitting diode display. Premium design that feels great, a large battery that lasts all day, and super fast charging, making a real difference in daily use. This is a phone that will make you look good, you'll have a lot of power, and above all, great photos and videos. The iPhone 17 Pro features a powerful A19 Pro chip and 48 megapixel cameras on all three sensors, as well as a reference video, which is 4K Dolby Vision ProRes Apple Log. And thanks to these features and this chip, you can record, edit, and take photos on this phone without any problem. While Oppo and Samsung cameras offer more features, this one is simple, comfortable, and easy to use. We end with the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, featuring a 200 megapixel main camera, multiple optical zoom, a new ultra-wide camera, and AI enhancements for night photos, portraits, video, and automatic stabilization, which we'll cover later. And this phone comes with an S Pen, which is a touch pen to use on the screen, and many more features. I love going out to the streets of Mexico City to record, and what better way to do it than here? The telephoto test, since all three phones this year are known for having a great telephoto camera. So let's test it out, but first let's get a coffee because there's nothing like recording a good video with a good coffee, so let's go. Hi, good morning. May I have a large decaf latte and a concha, please? One of the main features is the telephoto lenses. So let's do the first test. Let's start with the camera. The Oppo Find X9 Pro has a lens from the legendary Hasselblad, this iconic company. You have 2x, 3x, and 6x telephoto zoom. Let's try 2x first. Let's try 3x. Let's go as far as possible. To that tree you can see over there, where you have up to 200 megapixels, and thanks to artificial intelligence, the photo will come out enhanced. Now it's time for the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Let's do the same test. We have 1x, 2x, 3x, and this is where artificial intelligence starts to come in. We have up to 100, but that's already being enhanced with artificial intelligence. iPhone 17 Pro. We have 1x, we have 2x. 4x, 8x, and this is where digital zoom and artificial intelligence come in again. Oppo and Samsung have shown me the most zoom so far, but let's keep testing. I also want to do video, low light tests, and see which smartphone has the best camera. We're still doing telephoto tests, but now we're going to do them on that building over there. Look how far away that building is. Let's start with the Oppo Find X9 Pro. Watch closely, okay? We have a 6 times zoom, which is still the lens, but now let's move on to digital zoom. Look, we have up to 120 times. There, that window, and here, artificial intelligence works its magic. Now let's move on to the Samsung. Let's go straight to 5 times zoom. Even though it has a 30x button, it's already digital. Okay, here we no longer use the lens. We have up to 100 times, but not more. Here the Oppo has more zoom, and here as well the Samsung is going to use artificial intelligence. Let's move on to the iPhone 17 Pro. Let's open the camera. We have 1 times, 2 times, and this year for the first time we have 8 times, which is analog, but let's use the digital. And it goes up to 40 at most, and here Apple Intelligence, the artificial intelligence, is going to do its job. But anyway, out of the 3, you're looking at the images, tell me which one you like the most. The Oppo is the one with the highest optical zoom, but also digital. It's going to give us quite a lot. And look at Begonia. Look, in fact, I'll take the opportunity to take some pictures of her, which you'll also be seeing in the background. I already have a great model, Begonia, but 2 great models are even better. So let's go get Nala to keep taking pictures and test the 3 phones, and let me know your opinion. So let's go get baby Nala. Hey, now the moment of truth has arrived. Photos in low light situations. Honestly, now that I've been experimenting with all of them, each one has its own thing and each one has some pretty cool features. But what do you think if we take, now that it's already night, some photos in low light conditions? For example, here with the dark colors, wine, coffee, cool. Now, let's go to the Galaxy and take the photos. Each one does its thing, and I'm telling you that now that I've been using all of them, look. For example, here it takes longer to expose, and the iPhone also takes a bit longer. We already have some night photos. I'm going to be taking more photos, and I want to do the video test, but for that, I have an event now. So let's go to the event, and there we'll record a bit of video and keep taking photos.
And you guys are going to tell me which one you like the most.
I'm going to be comparing all of them anyway. Each one has its own thing, and I'm really enjoying this test. Alright, now let's do some tests at night. You have no idea what just happened. Poor Nala, she was walking over there and went into the water. She thought it was part of the floor, and now the poor thing is soaked. Since Nala is 10 years older than Begonia, she wants to prove herself and guide her through life. She sometimes messes up, really, bringing 2 female dogs together and trying to take pictures. And even more so with a wet husky who feels bad for jumping into the fountain. Look, she literally jumped in over there. Let's move on to the video test now and take a look. Recording with the front camera of the Oppo Find X9 Pro, which is the only one of these that records in 4K at 120 frames per second. The iPhone also does this well, but only with the rear camera, not the front. The Oppo records with the front camera at these frames per second and also in this quality. Well, since it's nighttime, I think this is a good test for both video and audio. Now we're using the Oppo. And look, there's Nala, she's angry, look, poor thing, she got her paws wet, look. But anyway, check out the video quality. And now we're going to switch to the Galaxy S25 Ultra. It's also an audio test, a video test with low lighting. Look, it's already nighttime, and here are Begonia and Nala. Look, let's do a little bit of zoom. Hi Begonia. And now let's move on to the iPhone 17 Pro, this year's flagship model from Apple, and look at the quality. Say it, look, let's zoom in a little bit. There is Nala, and you tell me in the comments which one has the best video or which one you like the most. Well, now let's go ahead and analyze all the content. If you love taking photos like a professional, then let's try the most professional mode that all 3 phones have. Check it out on the camera. We have this model called Hasselblad with high resolution, and we can take wide-angle photos. And the cool thing about the Oppo Find X9 Pro is that this way you activate the camera in 200 megapixel mode. We can take photos with a 1x lens and also with zoom using the D3X lens. Now let's go to the iPhone. The closest thing to this mode would be portrait mode, and here we have 1.7 to 2. And at 4. Anyway, now you're seeing the images, and finally we're going to move on to the Galaxy S25 Ultra. And again, the closest thing would be portrait mode. There you have one. Let's go straight to 3 and 5. What do you think? How does it look to you? Tell me what you think of these images. Here, I'll leave them for you to analyze and tell me which one you prefer. Answer me in the comments, and I want you to check out the quality. Honestly, isn't it pretty? Hey, this test was really interesting. All three phones surprised me. Each one has its own thing. Now, you're seeing several of the photos I took in different situations. We did tests with Telephoto. We did tests in low light. We took pictures of objects. Well, in this case, puppies. We did a little bit of everything. When it comes to telephoto, Oppo is the one that gives us the most. Similarly, you could say directly with the lens, but also digitally. And then when you add artificial intelligence, the photo turns out pretty well. The other two do it very well too. Samsung and the iPhone also do the job super well. But if we strictly look at who gives us more digital zoom and more zoom in the lenses, well, Oppo takes the prize. Let's see. All three are very good phones, and actually this video was specifically about the cameras because that's one of the main features. If I focused on performance or other features, the video could last for years. The focus they give to the Oppo video, I really like this collaboration with Hasselblad. I like that the iPhone is simple to use and very user-friendly, and also Samsung. I like that you have plenty of options when taking your photos, and you have this accessory here that you can use is the S Pen to take photos, focus, even from a distance. Anyway, each one has its own thing, but I want you to tell me which one is your favorite. Which one are you planning to buy? The three flagships of this year, all three have their own thing. You know, if you're not subscribed, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. What an epic battle we had in this video. I am Andres Neshudo. See you in the next one. Big hug to everyone and goodbye.